やってきました、アディダス。今から潜入していきたいと思います。このなんか流線形のデザインのコンセプトというか、着想みたいな。
So the main inspiration for me was to take the iconic lines from the Copa Mundial, that you have this kind of concentric lines with the stitching, but really make super sleek and elegant silhouette, no? Because as a designer, I'm obsessed also in silhouettes, no? That they need to, no, like super nice silhouette flat, and then it has the bump following the shape of your foot, and then the curve on the heel. So it was from the sketch point of view, no, it's where I define the silhouette, and then, no, from the iconic lines, also from the original Copa Mundial, but applying all the new technologies that we have in Adidas.
じゃあこっちなんですけど、プレデターっていうモデルとかネメシスの、このレースレス紐がないモデルっていうのは、こっちに3ストライプと3本線があるんですけども、なぜこのコパだけ、それがないのか。
So, Copa has so much history, but we know we wanted to move this further into the future. Without a new material, you can't have a new design. Right? So we talked about that. We also said that this new material is so different and so new, we wanted to show as much of it as possible. And we also didn't want it to be distracting or to make it look more normal. So we decided for the very, very top model that we go no stripes. Very unusual for Adidas. It makes it stand out a bit more. But then at the other price point, all normal classic stripes. But we just wanted to make sure that this was more of a show car, more of a concept, and made people wonder if it's really Adidas. Something a bit more provocative.
Like a concept car that they show in a motor show.
Exactly.
素材を優先したためにこっちには3ストライプはデザインしなかったんですか。じゃあそのレザーなので履いていくうちに絶対レザーは多分伸びてくるんですよ。そうなってきた時にここに何もサポートがないっていうのは果たしてその履いてるうちにやっぱ中でずれたりしないんですか。
No. So while it is leather based, the actual process and finishing is a proprietary Adidas technology. So you won't find this anywhere else. And what's interesting about it is it has all the good qualities of leather, soft hand touch, out of the box feel, but much fewer of the negative side effects, which is overstretching over time, water absorption. This absorbs 20% less water over a 90-minute period than a standard K-leather shoe. So this process strikes a nice balance between the good parts of leather and getting rid of the bad parts of leather.
それはどういった真相といいますか、それはそのテクノロジーは明かせれないんですか。
Little bit of secret. But the interesting thing about the process is it allows a leather to have more of a four-way stretch, but it also limits the stretch at the same time. So, as an example, with an old Copa, you would buy it and you would have to wear it for a long time, and then it conformed to your foot. Whereas this comes out of the box very soft and already conforms to your foot. So it's leather-based and still has the right amount of stretch, but the process and the matrix with how it's all built together, we find lower water uptake and less deforming of the stretch over time. Holds its shape much longer.
ここにつなぎ目があります。で、こっちはレザーで、こっちはニットで、ここにこうつなぎ目が見えるんですけども、こっちも、こっちはレザーで、こっちはニット、こっちはレザーで、こっちはニットっていう設計になってますか。
The interesting thing is with Fusion Skin, one of the advantages of it is that you could get away from this football boot that was like a leather toe and then another material, synthetic or textile heel. Fusion Skin allows you to have that same touch all the way to the back. It helps you to blend these transitions between how the materials are come together. It's visual, but it's also, you feel it. You can feel the experience as well. So when you put the shoe on, you don't feel where the leather ends and the textile begins. It feels very uniform, and that's part of the secret as to how it's made.
なるほど。コパ 19.1 なんですけど、この切れ込みがインサイド側に入っているのはどういった狙いがありますか。
It's a good question. We mostly wanted to start with a design philosophy and a construction philosophy that made the shoe more anatomical. You tell me when you want to stop and translate. So with this new material, the new Fusion Skin, we find on a laceless shoe, it stretches very well. But what we also found was, as this is the highest part of the foot, highest part of the foot here,
はい、
it made more sense to put the split on this side. And this is because of the new material change.
じゃあそこのいろんな足の甲の高さとかに対応するためのそこの位置ってことですか？
It will, but for most people, the first and second metatarsal will always be the highest. I say there's some people like to say the last comes first, right? The last, the shoe form. We actually say material comes first because the material that you use decides how you can split the pattern and how the shoe will actually fit in the final form.
キッキングには特に悪影響はないんですか？
Not any more than any other laced shoe. Same as any other lace shoe, but we tried to put the overall comfort to the top. So as I explained in the other room, the main design experience that we tried to build the shoe for was when you put the shoe on, it adapts to your foot so comfortably that you forget that you're wearing it. So obviously the best expression of that is the P0 with no laces. This is the one that really adapts to your foot the most.
なるほど、ここのゴムバンドはどういった役目がありますか？
We want to make sure that there's no rollover or wrinkling. We want to make sure that it's easy to put your foot in, no struggles, and then once it's in, no bunching or cinching. Again, we want to make sure that the shoe is like a second skin.
ここの、プレートの、役割っていうのはどういう？
So we have two different levels. We talk about stud tip, the actual shape of the stick. If you look closely, you'll see that they're in a rotation pattern. See the flat, 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 flat. These are built for rotation movement, so it's easy to change direction.
でここだけ丸いのはなぜですか？ここだけ。
Not this one. So, and then the second part was how we reinforce the tooling. So the islands that you see here, the colored inlets, are also placed anatomically how your center of balance changes. So in the back, we connected all four because that's where the heel plants and we wanted it stable. So this acts as more stability for the heel. The second one is more on how within your toes, it's always the big toe and the second toe is the center of balance. The big knuckle here and then the toes. And this mimics the shape of your foot and how you move. So we reinforced that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Very,
you.
very knowledgeable shoe expert.
He knows so many shoes.
I believe it. I can tell. I can tell.
Camera, okay. Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Seguramente a los más creativos, a los que sepan crear, a los que jueguen adelante, a los que tengan buen toque, es un poco, ¿no?, el emblema también de botín, y creo que eso es lo más importante, saber llevar este botín. Primero saludar y agradecer a la gente de Japón, y bueno, para los jóvenes siempre digo que la cosa más importante es el sacrificio, el trabajo, saber a lo que quieren dedicarse, y si es el fútbol, dar todo por el fútbol. Obviamente que cuando uno es chico tiene que disfrutar de muchas cosas, pero si realmente quieren trabajar o vivir del fútbol o llegar a ser un profesional del fútbol, tienen que tener mucho sacrificio, constancia y muchas ganas, que eso creo que es lo más importante.